Okay, this is I got one that's called a modern sporting rifle. It's like an AR-15, but it's called the Diamondback DB15YB. And this right here, this is what is actually considered the gun according to the federal government. And then certain states have certain laws about these kind of guns. In California, I have to have a special release for the magazine, so I can't just take the magazine out. I have to open up the upper receiver a little bit in order to release the magazine, so I can replace it with another one, or that one after I fill it up. And this has a single fire rate, so I have to pull the trigger each time that I want to fire it. And it also has a safe mode. It has a buffer tube in here, and it comes with like an H1 buffer tube, and I have an H3 to shoot the 450 Bushmaster or the 7.62 by 39. I can use the regular buffer, which I'm going to put it back in pretty soon. But anyway, so there's different buffer tubes here that help lessen the recoil. In most states, not California, the way to change the barrel to go to a different caliber or just another barrel is to open this pin up, open up the back pin, and then put the new caliber on, and then close the two pins. But in California, it's a little more complicated. I have to be able to insert the quick pin in, which takes me just a little bit longer. To take it out is real simple, but to put the other barrel on is a little bit more time consuming. Doesn't make it any more safer, but according to California government, makes it safer by taking more time to exchange from one barrel to a different barrel. Or to lower the magazine. It takes all but about part of 1 second to open the upper portion from the lower portion and to drop the magazine out. Less than a second. So virtually it's not really making anything any safer, but gotta follow the laws, and I do. There's probably 40 to 60 different calibers of barrels that people can use to put on what's called an AR15 lower, or one that's compatible with the parts. So this one is like an AR15, same type of specifications. So I can use different barrels on it. They have them anywhere from 22 caliber all the way up to 50 Beowulf, 50 caliber Beowulf. That's because the bullet can't go over a certain amount of inches in order to fit into this rifle. So all the bullets that are made for barrels for the bullets that can go on this rifle all can't be over a certain length. If they go over that length, then they go into the AR-10 lower instead of the AR-15 lower. I bought this one with a 5.56 NATO barrel, which is 223 Remington equivalent. So with that barrel on there, I can put a 22 bolt in there for 22 long rifle, and then I can shoot 22 long rifle out of the gun. They also make barrels just for 22. They also make 22 Magnum all the way on up to the 50 Beowulf. I'll show you how to put this on in California. Okay. I don't do this very often. Okay, so that's closed. Then I would close the one back here if I was in any state that's not California, practically. So I have to put this pin into the hole, and then I have to pull the pin back here. All right, there's a pin right here. I have to pull that back. Now Dorian, who showed me and helped me fix up my gun with this upgraded quick pin, he can do this with his finger. He doesn't need anything else. He's got talent. So me, I'm a little bit more clumsy. Okay, so that's in. Now I have to turn it to where the little hole faces the front. All right, now that's installed. Now, in order to I can put a magazine in, and to load it, I pull back on the charging handle, and then release it, and it would be loaded. Okay, see the bolts forward and all that. Then I'd make sure that it's on safe and all that. In order to fire it, I have to put it in the fire position. All right, and if there was a magazine in here, I wouldn't be able to load a bullet yet. I wouldn't be able to. I wouldn't be able to take the magazine out. In order to take the magazine out, I have to push this button over here on this side, right here, and that will make the upper receiver separate from the lower receiver. All right, and then I can release the magazine, put a new one in, and close it. Okay, so here's how it's done. Release the magazine, close it, put a new one in. All right, ready? Release the magazine, put a new one in, close it. That's just like that. But if you practice, you get really quick. So, like that. Okay. So that's how you do that. And then you have to take that pin out to put the 22 caliber bolt in. If you want to use the 22 caliber bolt. There's not much recoil on the 5.56 or 2.23 caliber, the 22 long rifle caliber or the 22 Magnum caliber. There's like about 5 pounds of felt recoil with one of those rounds, with the 5.56. When you get up into like the 243, it has about 11 pounds. The 7.62 by 39 is about 7.5 pounds of recoil. The 6.5 Grendel has probably, I don't know, 10 or 11, maybe 9 or 10 or 11 pounds of recoil. And it's a lot more for the 450 Bushmaster. So 450 Bushmaster is a 45 caliber bullet. And it's good for straight wall cartridge. So there you go. The advantages of buying from Bear Creek Arsenal is I get a military discount. Unless it's on an item that's already discounted. And then they have a lifetime guarantee on all their products, like the barrels and stuff. They have it already ready for it to attach the sling. Just have to push it in the hole. There's one in the back and there's one in the front. I just use the one in the front. With the Diamondback, it didn't come with that feature, so I had to add a little adapter right here to be able to put the sling in there. So because there's certain features on this is legal in California, mainly because it has the quick pin in it to release the magazine. The Diamondback cost me about $479. It's over $600 now in California. If I was to buy an equivalent to this gun from Bear Creek Arsenal, not counting the FFL fees and stuff and tax and all that, it would cost me about $350 to get the same caliber, size gun, same features, all that kind of stuff. The Bear Creek also has a side charging handle. So on a gun like this, right here, the 7.62 by 39 is an example, and on the 6.5 Grendel, I have a side charging handle. So pull that back on the side, and then it goes forward, when it's on the gun and everything when I let go. And this is a little more convenient because when you have a scope on a rifle, you have to reach up underneath the scope and pull the charging handle back. But with the side charging handle, you just go from the side, and it's a lot easier. So it depends what a person likes and what they don't like. I like them both. Probably my preference now will be the side charging handle when I go to buy them. My newest one, which arrived today, was the 6.5 Grendel 18-inch with a stainless steel barrel. And the reason I got this one is instead of going with an AR-10 lower, I went with the 6.5 Grendel, which is kind of like a Creedmoor in a way, but not as powerful, not as accurate as a Creedmoor at long distances. But this one here can reach out to 800 yards. The Creedmoor can go to 1,000, I know that. So, but this one here will be my long-range gun for the AR-15 lower type of gun. A little bit longer. I might get a little bit longer barrel for the Diamondback. And they're $100 and some bucks at or about 100 from Bear Creek Arsenal. Because the gunpowder in 5.56 NATO or 223 doesn't really fully get to its full capacity till it reaches about 17 inches. And a lot of guns come with 16 inches, which is the minimum for a rifle. So I'm going to go with like an 18-inch 223 Wild, which is the upgraded version of the 5.56 by 45 round barrel. And that runs about $225 to get the full complete barrel. The 300 Blackout, if I was to get that, everything, the bolt, the magazine is all the same for the 223 or 5.56 as it is for the 300 Blackout. The only thing you have to change actually is the barrel for a 300 Blackout. I don't have one of those, and I'm not really interested in getting one right now. But that's really good for shooting with suppressors and stuff, which are not legal in California. We're kind of limited here in this state. But, that's where I live for now. Maybe not for much longer since I'm retired. But that's it. Gives you kind of an example of different options and things you can do and how to do it with the AR-15 lower.